Hey everyone, Danielle Fitzpatrick Clark here, CEO and founder of Influence Builder. And thank you for dropping in and listening to my live stream today. And for those of you who are thinking about just kicking up your heels and just enjoying the summer weather, I just want to remind you that summertime is a really great time to get more speaking gigs. So whether you're a professional speaker or you are a podcast guest, or you even just want to be on summits and you understand how important that authority build is for your company, for your business, and maybe even just for your career. So today I'm going to talk about 3 ways you can solidify more speaking gigs this summer. The summertime is not dead, not even close when it comes to getting more speaking gigs. So I'm going to give you guys 3 things. Oh, and I'm going to give you a bonus and a quick reminder of some things to do as well, but I'll make it fun. It doesn't have to be all business during the summer. You can actually do a lot during the summer when it comes to moving your speaking portion of your business or your career forward and still soak up the sun. So, first and foremost, reach out to local business groups, chambers of commerce, and professional associations. What I do is I leverage local. So if we're placing a speaker, then we leverage local and we expand from there. And that's a really great place to start and see if they need speakers for summer events. Now, the thing with summer is that a lot of people are going on vacation. So some of the speakers that they normally count on may not be available. So you want to go ahead and leverage local and expand out from there because you can also leverage other cities and towns and their business groups within a very specific city and area, right? And those are a lot easier to search if you pick an area and you search there. So definitely leverage those local and expand out from your local. And you want to network within these communities as well. You don't want to just reach out to whoever looks to be the event planner. You want to reach out to who is within these communities because you may actually get an in just from talking to somebody who may not look like the event planner, but actually has access to the people that plan the events or has a say in it, right? So think outside the box. It doesn't always have to be an event planner. The other thing you guys can do is that you want to start thinking about seasonal relevance and as it relates to what it is you speak on, right? So here I'm a really good example for this because I'm talking about getting more speaking gigs, but I'm actually talking about getting more speaking gigs during the summer months here in North America, right? So very, very timely, very relevant to what's going on right now. And you guys want to find something like that that's relevant to the summer, or if you're on the other side of the of the planet, you want to maybe talk about what to do during the winter months, right? So relevance is a really great topic to find immediate speaking gigs. So if there is a need for summer topics that have to do with your industry, then you want to start coming up with those and pitching those. Now that can be coupled with what you're pitching when you're leveraging your local networks, right? So definitely offer seasonal relevance when it comes to your topics. Another thing that you guys can do, so you can actually partner with conferences and workshops. So this is something that, as an event planner, I always really love this approach with people who were speakers and they wanted to get on my stages, get in my summits, get on my podcast, is that they didn't just come at me pitching, they came at me offering to help. So that was a lot easier to get on board with, especially if you guys have ever planned an event. It's a lot of work. It doesn't matter if it's a virtual event or an in-person event, it's a lot of work. And so sometimes you can actually pitch these conferences a different way. And yes, it does have you stand out because most people don't do this. But you can pitch them to partner with them, to help them, to help them find specific speakers or sponsors, or to help with some of the event planning stuff. I've even had one person who she was a coach, but she was also a photographer. So she would reach out to people who were hosting workshops or they were hosting retreats and offer to do the photography for them. And all she asked is like, I'd love to speak as well. So she would do their photography for them, and they would pay for, the whatever they needed for like a hotel stay or even airfare. and then she would actually get a speaking gig that way. So that's another really great thing to do, is to partner with these events, see how you can help them. I know that we partner all the time when we can help them place speakers and sponsors, and also we can even get attendees. So we have that kind of an access to audience members and people that want to go to conferences. So you guys can always partner with conferences and workshops, help them, and then get a speaking gig that way. And it could even be a paid speaking gig. Um, but it's just another way to get your foot in the door. And summertime tends to be a big planning time for a lot of end of year conferences. And then those conferences, and there's a lot of them, and it's in the fall here in the North America. In the fall, there's a lot of conferences. September and October are really big months. November tends to be a pretty decent month too when it comes to conferences and workshops. So partnering with them now when they're busy and when they feel like no one's gonna buy tickets and all this, and you can offer them a solution. It's a really great in, and it does help out the event planners. And my goodness, they're gonna love you if you can help them, right? Because nobody ever offers. Nobody ever offers. So that's another way to go ahead and solidify more speaking gigs to get yourself out there even more, and doing it during a time when people are taking time off. So it's just another way to differentiate. Now, here's a bonus. Here's a bonus too, because I also find that during these months, the summer months, people are starting to plan maybe even smaller events, workshops and retreats that are going to either be late summer or early next year. And so you can actually partner with these guys and offer to host or MC. So you can actually do those things. Volunteering to host or MC events can get you on the radar of the event organizers, and it can introduce you to new audiences. And it's also a great way to showcase your speaking skills and stage presence when you go ahead and offer to host or even MC. So I'm of the mind that it's like, you know what? If I can't seem to get an invitation to somebody's stage, then I'm going to just build my own. That's usually what I like to do. But then again, my company is called Influence Builder, so we like to build. So those are your bonus. That's your bonus. Those were four things. So leverage the local network, offer seasonal relevance with your speaking topics, and then you can couple that with leveraging local networks as well because it is needed. Partner with conferences and workshops, and then you can even go ahead and build your own stage or offer to host or MC somebody who's already trying to plan an event, who may even have the audience. So it could be as simple as that, that you build the stage, they bring the people. There's all these different opportunities, guys. So, and here's one thing I don't want you guys to forget to do. And sometimes people don't do this during the summer, but don't forget to follow up, get some feedback. So, and you can actually do this, and it's preferable for me to do this kind of follow up and get some feedback and emailing, sitting on the beach and soaking up the sun. You can bring your computer with you for an hour. So, after every speaking engagement that you may have had in the spring, this is a really good time, if you haven't already, to follow up with the event planners, to follow up whoever was in charge and whoever you had the most contact with, follow up with them. Follow up with attendees if you haven't done that yet and you got their contact information. Get feedback, get referrals. Always get referrals. This is one of the things that the booked and busy speakers, they do so well, is that they actually get most of their next speaking gigs from their past speaking gig or their last speaking gig. And a lot of people forget to do that. This is a really good time. And like I said, you can do it while you're soaking up the sun. Do it on the beach. Take your laptop with you. And you can do this now, even if you had speaking gigs at the beginning of the year. You can still do this. So that's just another way for you guys to book up the rest of your 2024 into 2025. So this will actually even help you with your presentation skills and improving those presentations. And what better time to do it than here during the summer, where maybe you're not quite as busy, or maybe you don't want to do a ton of work, but this is pretty easy work that you can do and you can still enjoy the sunshine, right? Um, and the other thing is that by doing this and getting feedback and reaching out to your past organizers and everything, you're staying top of mind as they start to plan their next one. So I hope that helps, guys. We have a lot of amazing tips just like this, and we actually have a lot of amazing strategies that work really well for not just our speakers, but for our event planners and organizers. And you guys can absolutely reach out to me and my team at info@influencebuilder.com. And we would be happy to help you guys and tell you more about some of the programs that we have with our speakers and the partnerships we have going with our speakers and our event planners. If you liked this video, I would love for you guys to share it. Share it, give me some likes, give me some comments, ask some questions. And I always like the questions too, because what's very relevant for you tends to be relevant for a lot of other speakers. So even if I'm not answering it and you're asking these right now, I can answer them later, but it's always really good to have those questions, and then I can I can actually answer it or talk to my speakers and my event planners later on, or I can do videos and answer those questions too. So I always love questions. The more information, the more questions, the better. So I hope you guys are enjoying your summer. For those of you here in North America, and if you're not here and you have winter, then I hope you're enjoying the winter. But for now, I'm going to sign off and we will talk later, guys. Bye for now.